All right, everyone. So we have some news and announcements for Raid Shadow Legends, including a new tournament that just started up. If you take a look and see, it is actually going to be a champion chase tournament. And when I saw that this was a champion chase tournament, the first thing that popped into my head was I want to take a look at the global leaderboards and see if it's following the same trend that the last few champion chase tournaments have followed that weren't really during one of the crazy times where we have a bunch of fusion stuff going on. It's kind of in one of these slower periods. There's no double rates event going on or anything like that. It's just a plain old regular champion chase tournament. So I went and I saw the global leaderboards, and of course, to no surprise, there is going to be another very powerful legendary champion. Valkyrie is going to be the reward for first place. So I guess you could say this is Whale Wars 3.0. This is the third time now that they've done this with a champion chase tournament. I think after 3 times now, it's pretty safe to say that this is going to be a reoccurring theme with Plarium. So you could probably expect that future champion chase tournaments during these slower periods of time where there's not really a lot of stuff going on are probably going to offer very powerful legendary champions as the first place reward. Now, importantly, this is only the first place reward for the global leaderboards. It's not like it's the first place reward for the local leaderboards, which is every 50 players. There's only one person in the entire game that is going to end up getting that Valkyrie, but it's still something that's going to definitely get the whales pretty competitive. Now, something else that I noticed when it comes to these champion chase tournaments is I didn't talk about this anytime recently in the last couple because I wasn't really quite sure what was going on. I didn't know if it was a bug or a glitch or, you know, something was wrong with Plarium. Maybe they would give it time to fix for the next champion chase tournament, but it turns out that this has now been happening for many of them in a row. So I think it's pretty safe to talk about in a video knowing that it's probably not going to change anytime in the near future. And what I noticed is that in the actual marketplace, when you buy champions from the market, you now end up getting 2 points for the champion chase tournament instead of 1 point. So just as an example here, if I end up buying one of these champions, you'll see it gives 2 tournament points. Now, I thought that this was a visual bug as well, where it just says that it gives you 2 points, but if you actually end up taking a look at the tournament description, it only ends up giving you 1, but we'll check back in a second. You'll see that it does indeed still give you 2 points. Now, if you go to the info section about how to get points for tournaments, of course, when it comes to champion chase tournaments, you get points from pretty much every single method. It'll tell you here, summon them from shards at the portal, fuse them at the portal. So completing your fusions will also give you a good chunk of points for these champion chase tournaments. Purchase them from the market. So there we go on that one right there. Get them as a drop from campaign stages. Receive them as rewards for completing progress missions. Receive them as part of the daily login rewards. Receive them as rewards from events, and receive them as rewards from tournaments. But the thing is, if you actually take a look and see how many points you end up getting, you get 1 point for common champions, 1 point for uncommon champions, 10 points for rares, 250 for epics, 500 for legendaries, and of course, void champions are boosted a bit as well. So I know for a fact that several champion chase tournaments ago, the champions in the market were still only giving you 1 point. It didn't matter whether they're commons or uncommons. All champions in the market would end up giving you 1 point. But now, recently, for the last couple of champion chase tournaments, it seems like they've been giving you 2. And it's a bit strange because they haven't updated this anywhere in the info about the event. I didn't see any notices about this. Maybe I've missed something. I don't know if you guys saw anything. I took a look. I double, triple checked this. I couldn't find any Discord notifications from, community management at Plarium. I couldn't find any notification updates on the actual info section for the tournaments. Nothing in the news feed. So it is a bit strange. I can't really tell whether it is a bug, a glitch, or if this is a feature to try to get people to end up making more purchases and maybe do some more refreshes in the actual market. It's a bit weird. So there we go. We are at 62 points. We were just at 60. So as you can see, it's not just a visual bug or a visual glitch, whatever it is double the points, and it is working as intended. Now, just as a comparison, if you summon a champion from a mystery shard, you'll see that it only ends up giving you 1 point, whether it is a common, whether it is an uncommon. But let's just keep summoning until we get an uncommon so you can see that uncommons end up giving you the same number of points. There we go, 1 point for mystery shards. And also, if you end up buying, we just bought an uncommon in the market. That gave us 2 points. There we go, another 2. Even commons in the market will also end up giving you 2 points right there. So very interesting. Now, the question is, I thought to myself, well, this seems like a pretty Plarium thing to do. Obviously, maybe they're trying to get people to refresh things more in the market, get people to spend more gems, because it really feels like, as of lately especially, the refreshes in the market have been pretty lackluster. It seems like it's not really going to be one of the best uses of your gems. Now, I'm not saying it's absolutely terrible, because you can occasionally end up getting some good pieces of gear from the market. Even now, I will find some very awesome 5-star gear that is absolutely worth the silver and absolutely worth checking the market. Even late game players, I would still be checking the market for free every hour nonetheless. But spending 5 gems for refreshes, there's just so many other good ways to spend your gems. Now, you also get the perks of some other stuff. Of course, you get those mystery shards. The ancient shards, kind of hard to really say, because you can only end up getting 5 of them per month. So you'll probably end up getting those 5 ancient shards from your free market refreshes without having to worry about spending gems. Of course, that chance at gear. Now, if you do buy champions from the market, another perk, in addition to getting those extra points for the tournament, is that you can use those champions as your food champions and then stockpile your mystery shards. Instead of using them for food, you can end up saving those for a summon rush event and get points for that. So a little bit complicated. I think I have an entire video dedicated towards that in specific, but that's another little thing. Now, the question is, with double points from champions from the marketplace, even with all the other perks with gear and mystery shards and all that stuff, is it going to be worth it? How many gems is it going to take to end up getting points for the champion chase tournaments, even if champions are giving double points? And I just broke down some very basic numbers here. So we have 12 slots in the market, assuming that you have all of them purchased. Let's just say that on average, every refresh, every time you check the market, you're going to end up seeing 4 to 5 champions. Whether they are commons, whether they are uncommons, they're both going to give you 2 points from the champion chase tournament. So all 12 slots unlocked, about 4 to 5 champions per refresh. So with double points, you're looking at about 8 to 10 points per market refresh at a cost of 5 gems per refresh. So that's about 1.8 or so champion chase points per gem spent from refreshes in the market. And, you know, if you're trying to end up getting all these rewards right here, the legendary tome for 2,500 points, obviously not going to be competing with market refreshes for the global leaderboard for Valkyrie. That's going to be, you're going to need to whale on a whole nother level in order to do that. But if you wanted to get the legendary tome and all these rewards here, energy, experience, epic tome, a 4-star chicken, it would end up cost you an average of about 1,390 or so gems, you know, roughly 1,400 if you are rounding. So still doesn't really seem worth it. If you take a look at these rewards here, a legendary tome, epic tome, 350 energy, you know, does this really seem like it's 1,400 gems worth of rewards? Definitely not. Now, is it worth it when you get all those extra perks of maybe hunting down some decent gear and getting those mystery shards and other stuff? Still probably isn't going to be worth it, in my opinion. I feel like there's just way better uses for your gems right now. So, you know, Plarium, if you are listening, we can't really tell if you're even trying to get people to refresh, because there hasn't been any kind of announcements that the double points from champions in the market is working as intended, or whether it's just, who even knows at this point. But I still think Plarium has a bit of work to do when it comes to trying to make the market viable as a source to refresh for your gems. Maybe include some other stuff. It would be insanely awesome if you could end up occasionally seeing tomes to purchase with silver in the market, or maybe energy refills or 6-star gear, something along those lines. The market has not been updated in a very long time, so I hope that Plarium considers it as one of their things to add to the agenda right there. So wanted to talk about that for a little bit, because it's now been several champion chase tournaments that I've noticed those double points. Now, a couple of little things to go over at the end here. I know I really don't like talking about the market. It's one of the things that I try to avoid talking about as much as I possibly can. Find it a little bit ironic, because I have actually talked about it a little bit in the last few videos. But I got a couple of questions asking about specifically this skill book pack. People are saying, do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's not worth it? And I will say this. I personally have only ever purchased skill books once, and it was an offer much better than this. I don't remember the specifics, but I believe it was 6 or 7 legendary books for $30, and it had a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Now, when you take a look at it, if you value gems 100 gems per 1 USD. If you take that away, you're still looking at around $37 to $38 for 3 legendary books and 7 epic books. Depending on how much you value those epic books, you're still looking at around $5, $7, even as much as up to $10 per legendary book. That is a lot of money to spend on one skill tome. So if you are somebody who is going to be more conservative on spending, you're not really going to be a big spender, I would say this is still going to be a pack you definitely want to stay away from. There's just going to be much better things to spend your money on. Now, if you're a whale, then you're probably going to be buying these packs anyway, regardless of whether the price is good or bad, because you're going to need those skill tomes for all the champions that you're pulling. But for the majority of people, we're not pulling so many legendary champions that we need to be buying all these skill book offers, so it's going to be a skip for most people. Now, the special ancient pack is definitely going to be a skip. This is just a really bad price. 25 ancient shards, 850 gems, $50. This pack would need to be closer to $30 to $35 to be worth considering. So I would say definitely not worth it, not going to be one of the better ancient packs. The Conqueror pack has been going on for a while. I don't really buy them anymore. I used to, but when I realized that they pop up all the time now, I don't buy these. And of course, I always recommend staying away from accessory packs, gear packs, unless you are a massive spender. Way too big of a gamble with how RNG gear pieces can be. Definitely do not buy these ones here. Now, the last thing that I wanted to do is draw the winner for the giveaway. That's right, guys. It has now been, well, the end of January 2nd is here. It is official. It is time for me to draw the winners of the giveaway on this video right here. Now, you guys know, if you watch this video, I do not do giveaways very often on the channel. It's just something that I used to do more frequently before I started raid videos, but I feel like giveaways can be a little bit cheesy, so I don't like to make that a main focus of the channel. First of all, I liked it to be something special, like it was, of course, for the holidays and for the New Year's, but also it can be pretty crazy, especially when people don't respond to lose track of stuff. So it's probably going to be a while before I do another one of these, but good luck to those of you guys who entered this one right here. As mentioned, I'm going to do a random comment selector for this actual video right here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and copy the link there. Here is the YouTube random comment picker. Place the link here. Get YouTube comments. I believe there was 728 at the time that I looked. 687 after taking out duplicates. So those of you guys who tried posting more than once, unfortunately, you are not going to get entered more than once. So you can't do that. And we're going to be picking 2 winners here. So number 1, here we go. Good luck, everybody. All right, Richard Lafoy. Congratulations, Richard. You are the first winner. So I will contact you and hopefully get you your prize as soon as possible. And now the second winner, and you can choose your, you can take your pick between an iTunes or a Google Play $25 credit. Soulless Ape. So congratulations. I will do my best. I'll go through your YouTube description, see if you have some sort of social media or some sort of way to contact. So congratulations to both of you guys. You get to pick between iTunes or Google Play. And, those of you guys who all entered, thank you very much, everyone, for supporting the channel into the year 2020. So with that all being said, that is going to be it for the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope that you guys enjoyed. And if you guys did enjoy this video and you want to help out, consider subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate all the support. Tossing a quick like means more than you can imagine. And of course, more raid videos should be popping up right about now. Feel free to check them out. Thanks again. Have a great day, everyone. And until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.